Minnesota Floppr, London Royales. Let's get into it.
Absolutely. Hopping on board here with Out Here Bruh first. Looks like they're going to straight send it toward time. Actually, we'll take an underground route. I like this. You're going to instantly try to go for that flip and get P2 spawns. We're going to have a big fight on P1. Medic's going to come out on top. And London's actually going to be the first one to draw first blood and grab this early time.
Yeah, but that's a really nice pick over the top from Cornholio. A couple more picks coming out here, and nobody's really able to consistently contest this point so far. So nobody even getting up to 10 points. But so far, 30 seconds left on the hill, and it's been pretty scrappy. Back and forth, and it's still going back and forth. Josh able to hold on to this point until he peaks up just a little bit too far.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see Medic here is trying to guarantee and keep blocking for P2. You'll see all the red arrows starting to turn around. Purple arrows of trademarks is inside of P2 now. Big fight here to try and guarantee P2 spawns to see if they can flip. And that should do it. That should give Minnesota spawns for P2. You will now see London is spawning out, and they're going to have their work cut out for them to try and flip this back.
Absolutely. Moving on to P2 here. Upstairs. And the Floppr already having positioning up here. Definitely one of the smaller maps for hard points, so engagements happen pretty quickly and pretty consistently here, but as it goes here, Josh Funder trying to find an engagement down on the bottom floor here, but lots of picks coming in through the Raven side, but not going to be enough of them. Still holding on is the Floppr.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of time here potentially. I mean, you'll see. Well, I mean, as soon as I say that, 3 in the feet, London, one more, and they find all 4. I mean, that's just phenomenal break. Caster's curse there, I guess, or Caster's jinx, I should say. Now you have Minnesota spawning way out. They're all spawning near bed, solo challenge 1 by 1 as well. They're just going to get shut down. I mean, their push is kind of staggered. Yeah, they're just solo challenge as we speak. They don't really want to push too far forward because they do want to kind of think about these P4 spawns after P3 because they do have them. Actually, we get split spawns now. That is one thing about Skyline I've noticed. It's so hard to call out where you're going to spawn because like every life it's I flipped and that's here. I mean, the cons are just full of it. You cannot hold spawns very easily on this map.
No, definitely not, and definitely gets more difficult to break onto these points now that trophy systems have gone down as well. Starting to set these up, seeing here for London Royales. And the picks come through. B-Ball on the point, able to hold on pretty effectively, at least for the time being, taking a slight point lead, and it looks like they're going to be able to extend that for at least a little while longer. As I say it, though, several players go down in defeat, and the Floppr retaking the point pretty effectively here.
Yeah, this one's been very mixy so far. Back and forth, no clear-cut like leader at this point. And I'm really enjoying that. I mean, a lot of times Skyline can get very out of control very fast because some of these hills can be chained if you do have that those lucks with spawns. But we got a big 1v1 here with Ritz in the back. B-Ball, though, comes in with the pinch, and that's just great plays out of London. They guarantee these back spawns. They're not worried about that scrap. They're going to have the lead and have a chance to extend that even further as this hill's looking to pop here. But number 6 spawns out as I say that. All of London's trying to hit around cobble steps. Number 6, though, is trying to take a route. We're getting really mixy spawns here. Minnesota's going to start spawning in the back now, and London, what looked like could have been a good hold. It's going to be interesting to see if they can survive this push.
The contest comes through, and the pistol is going to be what cleans up B-Ball, but not enough to clean up the rest of London here. They're still holding on to this point, as they have pretty consistently since P4 even became available here. Down the stairs comes Ritz, and man, London's just doing such a good job of holding on to every choke point, every angle. Getting so many points off of this hill. They finally hit 100 points here, kind of leaving Floppr in the dust.
Yeah, they're going to be up almost an entire hill here in a second. Yeah, that was a massive play out of B-Ball to guarantee all that scrap time. Ritz is trying to make a play through Kitchen. He's going to find 1, almost 2. He does get shut down. He was thinking about those early rotations for P2, but that was a solid play nonetheless. Medic here putting down some shots across the Kitchen while trying to get some valuable time as well. And I mean, this could get out of hand. I mean, it's not very common that you get a decent amount of time on P1. And Medic has it on lockdown, a big 2. B-Ball watching him over the top, make it 3 for London. And yeah, this is getting really scary here for Minnesota.
Yeah, with this much of a point difference already, and London currently very comfortable on the point, and more picks rolling through. Ritz finding Josh is so nice there. And Minnesota just cannot find their way in right now. Out here, finally stopping the progress of the points for now, but it kind of just feels like you're slapping a Band-Aid onto a broken leg. Like, yeah, it's not enough yet.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it perfectly. And I mean, sadly, what looked like Floppr having some of the P2 spawns there, their setup for P2 instantly got broken, and it's flipped back on its head again. I mean, I don't know what Minnesota could do better right now. There's a lot of solo challenge going on as we get 3 in the feed again for London. I mean, the kill feed, you just feel like it's been lit up red for the past 2 hills. And all of Minnesota are taking a route through kitchen together here. We're going to see Medic has been a man on a mission the past 2 or 3 hills. Finding even more in the back, locking down spawns, blocking away. He's on a 5 streak. He's starting to probably try to think about playing for that Hellstorm. It's going to be interesting to see if he can pick it up. And he won't.
My man went 21 and 12. He just barely lost out on that Hellstorm, like you say there. But I mean, very impressive showing from him, obviously. Out here, finally, finding a little bit more purchase here on the point, but is he going to be able to hold on to it? Does not look like it. A little bit more time spent here on this point. What a play from Trademarks, able to secure a couple picks, allowing a little bit more time to get built up here, but you're going to need a lot more hero plays out of the Floppr.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you see the number 2 of Cornholio, he tried to take a route there, but the number 5, just the awareness of Medic. I mean, I've said of his name a bunch here lately, but he's making the plays there. He was trying to play for that route and guarantee that they hold spawns for P3 and P4. Rykos, though, it's tough. This is such a tough hill to hold. It's like another P1 to me almost. It's very mixy. You don't guarantee a lot of time on it, but the Floppr are playing this very patient, and they find all 3, make it 4 in the kill feed, and they're actually going to break in here and try to get some valuable time and try to cut down this lead. I mean, they're still down 80, so that's a tough task. But right now, it seems like they got a solid footing on this.
They're getting a solid footing, but because of how small this map is, any pick they get feels like it gets traded almost immediately. Cut 1 head down and 2 more take its place. London is just running away with it. 30 more seconds left on this hill. And it just feels like they're going to be able to soak up so much. They're absolutely going to get above 200 points here. And at that point, it just becomes so difficult for the Floppr to really mount a comeback here.
Yeah, that's actually a really big kill there for Josh in the back, finding B-Ball. B-Ball was trying to hard block spawns, and Josh made the play. You'll see they're probably, like, London's trying to think about hitting through bed here, and they're actually just going to get found out. Like, they know they're hitting from that way. The number 2 of Cornholio actually gets killed, though. London, yeah, they're looking clinical. I don't know. This is going to be really tough. Yeah, they got them spawning out. Just like that. London has the back spawns. I mean, Minnesota, there's 2 in the feed as well. Rich laying down some beams. Onto Josh.
My man's is beaming right now, like you say. Was negative a moment ago, but now he's on a 3 spree. Eventually gets cut down, but does a lot of work in the process. The Floppr do have point presence for now, and they are getting the favorable eliminations, so not too bad as it stands. Trademarks getting a couple here. And out here, finally holding on with another pick onto B-Ball. So it's just a matter of holding on to this one choke point right now. They know where most of London is, so they are able to get a lot of points off of this hill. It's just a matter of how do you handle P1, because this did not go well for you last rotation.
Yeah, I mean, if you let London get as much time on P1 again as they did the last P1, they could win it on P1, which is not something you see very often on any map in Hardpoint, of course. Ideally, London's probably at least counting on winning this on P2. But right now, there's a mixy fight back here for Rich trying to guarantee those P2 spawns, and he actually gets them for the side of London. So it feels like it's just a matter of time for London. I mean, Minnesota, they're fighting back. They're not rolling over, and I respect it. I mean, they're still banging it out. They're not letting them get any time on P1 at all. You'll see Cornholio just laying in time right now, soaking, but he gets found out by Medic.
They could still win it here, London, but not very likely to happen at this point. A couple players on both sides of the map for London, so gonna be really easy for the time to get shut down here, but they're kind of just leaping on, just trying to deny them the ability to end the game on this hill. And they will eventually stall out long enough for that to happen, but you still can't let them get that many points here. P2 is going to be a lot more comfortable for them, and they have decent spawns for it too.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll see all of Minnesota trying to hit through this piano way. Out here gets caught down by B-Ball. Great shots. B-Ball's playing an off angle on those kitchen steps, just trying to make sure none of London sneak through. Ryko's playing for this guy on piano, but he gets found out. This isn't looking too great for London right here. This might be a textbook break for Minnesota. They're missing one guy. They're looking for him, looking for Medic in the back. Medic's making a play. He pinched. He finds one play in his life. This man has been phenomenal. He's 35 and 23 with a minute and a half on heal, and that's 3 in the feed for London. The last guy's on time. They know they're there. They're all trying to collapse on him and end it right here.
Medic is just on fire right now. Nobody is spawning near this point, so at very least, London is going to get really close to finishing out the map here, if not win it out entirely. But eventually, Josh does come back. Medic no longer on the hill, and a couple more picks from Minnesota cut London short. 8 points before they win the map. But this is, you have to play perfect from here. Out here needs to maintain this position, step it up maybe just a little bit here, and that's another really good pick out from
Yeah,
Cornholio.
absolutely. Yeah, and like the number 8 of B-Ball there, making the play, by the way, on your mini map. He found the number 1 of Josh trying to block those spawns in the back. But Minnesota get those spawns ultimately anyway. Number 1 of Josh is spawned up, and he's on the back hopped up. And it
No one's
doesn't
here.
matter. Yeah, no one's here at all. No purple arrows are close at all if you look at your mini map. And that's going to do it. A 50-point win for London. They take map 1 of Skyline.
Yeah, Skyline Hardpoint goes their way pretty, I don't want to say pretty convincingly. There were points of that where it was pretty convincing, like not, there were points where it wasn't close. Like
Yeah,
I don't want to sugarcoat it. Medic kind of went stupid crazy on this map.
absolutely.
He started farming after a certain point. Almost charged up a hellstorm after I think the second rotation was happening there. Wondered why does the A site seem so much better than the B site? Like you have it's just for the sheer fact that it is inside. Like
Yeah, and if not even that too, you just see how deep it is in the defender's spawn as well. Like London comes off spawn and they're instantly able to defend it, and that's what the number 8 arrow B-ball is doing. Medic here though, finessing. He's going to get behind 2. He's going to get horrible timing before he can get a pick. Trademarks finds him and he saves his teammate's life there. Minnesota now have the numbers advantage. They currently have 3 left alive. They do have bomb currently in their possession. The number 3 of out here is deep in London's spawn, not near. Sorry, forgive me. In his spawn, I got the map flipped backwards there. Not near either bomb site. You have to wonder what kind of play can be made off of this. All of Minnesota are operating around that glass area. B-Ball may get some great timing here. He's going to get a pick, and he makes it a 2v2 out here now, starting to make a move. Gets lucky timing. Wow. I guess both players got shut down at the same time there. It went from a 2v2 to a 1 versus nothing there. And Minnesota take round 1.
yeah, I mean that was, I'm just impressed with that flick in all honesty. I mean, that's just the kind of confidence and ability in your own aim that you need to have. Like you can't panic in moments like that, and that was a really well hit shot from out here, who was almost out of here for most of that round, but ended up making it all the way back and gets the final kill there for his team. So big ups to Trademarks as well for finding 2 in that, especially with the patience that he had that allowed him to get that pick onto Medic very early on.
Yeah, for sure. That got really scary there for Minnesota, but Trademarks kept his composure and shut him down. Cornholio finds a kill in Laundry. Josh finds one as well into Ryko's. Medic's trying to take a long route along with the bomb carrier of B-Ball.
You just didn't
isolate him in the back. Out here, finds
There's
one
no
shot
way.
to his life. He gets away. Oh my gosh, Medic. He knows he's back here somewhere. He does eventually shut him down. Bomb is down though, and he's stuck in a 1v3.
This would have to be a 1v4 clutch for Medic here, and I mean, good on him to find that first pick, but there's a firing squad looking at him right now. He does find Trademarks, but frag goes over, forces him to move away from that position behind the car. Moving up in front of the shopping mall here, but nobody really has a sightline onto this. Cornholio, I think, suspects something is happening over in this direction. Both players of the Floppr are on a bomb site, just making sure that a sneaky plant doesn't go down immediately. That was almost a very close engagement there. Cornholio has no idea that Medic has just run past him, but he's going to go all the way to the B site, and he should just be able to get this plant down.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Josh, though, he's going to get great timing. That's so unfortunate for Medic, and they're going to shut him down. That got really scary there for Minnesota. I mean, he almost clutched a 1v4. I mean, he got some crazy timing as well, but I mean, ultimately, Minnesota came out on top.
I mean, just the jump check right there was beautiful for Josh. I mean, the you know that he's under pressure to get the bomb down because then the clock is working in his favor instead of against him, and you're forced to be the aggressors. So the more you're able to check that bomb, the more you're able to look at all that, just the better timing you have. So really well played.
Yeah,
Now
for sure.
moving into round 3.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that was a great play too. You called it out earlier in the round where Minnesota had one person on each bomb site as well, and so they knew they had everything on lock, so they didn't have to stress too much. Cornholio, who still is on a 2 streak here, Trademarks as well in the back of their spawn. You see Minnesota's strat, they really like to play slow with bomb in their spawn. Number 3 of out here is just playing like that back garbage P2 area, but they have gave London so much map control. But I mean, out here actually shuts down Ryko's. We're going to get info of where he's at, and you'll see the arrows on London start to turn. We have a 3v3, could be a big fight here. Ritz playing his life, trademarks. He's going to hear that door bust, I do believe. They're both just barely going to miss each other.
No.
You have to wonder if Out Here saw him, but he didn't. Ritz, they still have all bomb control. Like, there's only 40 seconds left, and bomb has still not left spawn.
No
We
way.
saw them use this strategy earlier, and it's worked out. I mean, I can't hate on it if it's working, you know? Medic is trying to find a glimpse of anything, but Minnesota's not giving them anything.
Medic is on a huge angle right now. I think he might suspect Cornholio's position out here, but eventually does get shut down. Ritz gonna find the trade onto Out Here and does escape with his life with 15 seconds left, but they know that the bomb has to go down here. They could aggress in at any moment. Ritz gets shut down, and now it's just B-Ball in a 1v2. Cornholio and Trademarks both playing inside of the building. Gonna be really hard to hunt both of these guys down. Gotta check so many angles, but now they know where you are. Gunshots go out, and the Floppr with 3-round wins in a row.
Yeah, they're looking phenomenal here in the search. I mean, I know it's still early, it's only 3-0, but like you wouldn't have even thought that their confidence would have wavered at all after map 1. They're playing clinical. You can tell they have a strategy and they're sticking to it. Like I said, their strategy is unique on offense and it's working. They gave London so much map control there that I thought there was no way London loses that, but I mean, obviously they proved me wrong. And funny enough, I spoke to the captain of Minnesota who is Trademarks before the match, and he said their team has an S&D background. So this kind of doesn't surprise me here, as I was able to talk to him about that in advance. But he said also their team was unfortunately had casualties of the connection issues as well, and rescheduling as part of their record. So like both these teams may be 0-3, but like I don't think their record really justifies the type of team that either of these teams could be, as we're going to see B-Ball actually try to get this bomb down on B, which doesn't happen very often. And I mean, they're going to be stuck in a 2v3 now.
Yeah, they're in a 2v3. They don't have a lot to work with, but Minnesota now knows exactly where this bomb has gone down, and Medic, it kind of feels like this position is a little precarious right now. You peek this at the wrong time, and suddenly everybody knows where you are, and now it's a 1 versus 3, make it a 1 versus 2 for B-Ball. But he knows where both players are because Medic was just engaging both of them. Long sightline, but the frag is going to connect onto the vehicle, and by proxy, B-Ball as well. So down he goes, and Cornholio's on a 6, by the way. Like, whoa.
Yeah, you have to be thinking that he is also thinking about that Hellstorm, and that could be very, very valuable in S&D, especially if you manage to get bombed down on B. You can pretty much hold all of B site just by hanging the Hellstorm in the air and just keeping them off of that. We actually saw that in the CDL this past weekend for Carolina versus, I think it was Gentlemates. Gwen made a huge play with the Hellstorm as well, just keeping people off of bomb. But I mean, yeah, 4-0, I can't lie. I didn't see this coming after that map 1, after how dominant London looked. But props to Minnesota here. I mean, like I said, their confidence hasn't wavered at all. We're hopping on board with Cornholio, who is on that 6 streak. He sees B-Ball deep, gets some solid shots onto him, but can't quite get him off that forklift. Trademarks making the play. He has snuck through the courtyard for free. Medic is on the pinch. He's going to find one. He shuts down Cornholio. That goes Cornholio's streak at the hands of Medic. Not surprising, but he does get traded by Trademarks ultimately.
3 versus 3 now. Only one decent streak on the map right now, and it doesn't get shut down there. I thought it was gone for sure, but Ryoko's not able to clean that one up.
That was great shots.
2 versus 3. London still on the defense, but you've got to be so careful here. You can't give up too much space. And B-Ball, they know where he is. He's so low.
He's able to regen and actually gets away with his life. Ritz here, just holding down this A bomb. But you'll see all of Minnesota trying to work back B together. You have someone playing inside of Zig here, trying to wait on a pinch to happen, but it doesn't matter. B-Ball just calling havoc around this B bomb, and Trademarks, wow, turns on the red, shuts him down at glass. It is now a 1v3, and Out Here still has bomb. He's trying to get bomb down on A as we speak. B-Ball's trying to fly a bomb and get that down. I think he got caught out by whoever that was playing top bushes, and yeah, he's going to get shut down. It's now a 4-0 lead for Minnesota. Sorry, 5-0, forgive me. Wow. Yeah,
5,
this is getting
nothing.
ugly.
It's yeah, it's not pretty out here. That's a very shiny SMG you got there, Trademarks. Goddamn. 8-2 for this man right now, though. Just unreal play from the SMG on the side of Minnesota Floppr as the game has progressed here. Like we say, it's 5-0. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, particularly for the side of London Royales. But I mean, if obviously this is a must-win round. You need the momentum going into the rest of the map here, but oh, that's a very aggressive play coming out from the Royales. But it's a 2 for 2 immediately. Oof. Cornholio here with 3 in the round. And now it's just Ritz up against Cornholio and out here. And he's so far away from everything.
Yeah,
but so is out here.
It's insane. Ritz is taking his time. They're side by side in Burger. I don't think either one knows it. I mean, Ritz might get good timing here. Oh, he cracks the door.
Oh,
This is what it looks so trolly on the kill cam.
Oh, no.
Great angle being held there with the GPR. And Minnesota Floppr come out in 6-0 London after that phenomenal first match. I mean, they're on fire right now. And if they keep that confidence rolling into this protocol control, you have to wonder, like, what's happening with London? You know, are they collapsing? Like, did they get too complacent? But I'm also not surprised. Protocol control, we are on board with Medic, the man who has been frying this entire series. He's instantly trying to fly to Minnesota's spawn and start the spawn trap, but I mean, his teammates are just falling behind him. He's gonna shut down. Oh, whoa, they got a little scary there. Cornhole though could have turned, but it doesn't matter. He stopped shooting. He's gonna find 2, and it's make it 3 for his teammate Rykos. Yeah, he's just going to hang out around this top zip now, and they shut down an entire Minnesota push. Number 4 of Trademarks, though, he still is behind enemy lines out here as well. He's trying to find Medic. I mean, Medics is just flying around. He still hasn't been shut down. He's on a 3 streak. I feel like we said the man's name 50 times tonight, but it'll definitely be 51 here soon.
Oh, absolutely, it will be. And live's looking relatively even right now, but no progress on A there. They got really close, Minnesota, but in the end, unable to get that first tick down on the point. But they're pressuring out both points right now. 49 seconds on the clock, and they're doing a really good job of keeping the pressure on. They do get the first tick over on A point, but they're not going to be able to get anything going over on B. London able to retake over there.
Yeah, Minnesota stacking this point perfectly. They find 2 more in the kill feed, and Cornholio, he's just trying to guarantee no one hits this long, and that's the route they're actually going to take into London spawn. Number 4 of Trademarks as well is back there, trying to shut down anybody coming out of London spawn to try and clean up these people who are coming off of A, but Medic, it doesn't matter. He shuts him down. You'll see, though, capping B on this map is extremely hard. And I feel like that's why we don't see this map played a ton, because it can be pure misery. It's like a defender-sided map, but when you cap B, it feels like one of the best feelings in the world. And right now, the number 6 of Medic is actually, sorry, Rykos, forgive me, was in Minnesota's building trying to force him to spawn deep, but they actually shut him down. And Minnesota's finding even more in the kill feed right now and looking to gain some map advantage.
They're fighting a lot in the kill feed, but it's still very even life count right now. 18 to 17 as we speak. Goes down a little bit just then, but anytime B is pressured out just a little bit, it just gets shut down so quickly. There is so much vertical differential on this point here. Every single one of London's defenders can just look down and pump bullets directly into you if you're a member of the Floppr. And Medic eventually, on that 5 spree, could get deadlier in just a moment here. Oh my god, he's up to 6.
Yeah, he shuts down Trademarks there. You have to think he's playing for the Hellstorm. He wants to be a little conservative here. He's just waiting on somebody to make a mistake and hit this outer A route. But I mean, all of London's being funneled through the bottom of their building and outer, like the outer field area. They know that Rykos was down here playing, or sorry, forgive me, out here was playing down in the cave area, but he shuts down Medic ultimately, and he actually gets held off of that Hellstorm. Medic is currently 10-3, 8-6 on the side of Minnesota. And they're actually about to get close to 1 tick on B. If they can get this, it'll be huge for later in the map, determining who plays defense if it comes down to that final round. But they didn't get it. I mean, you have Ritz here hitting a great pinch. He's going to find 1. He's flying up top zip, make it 2. This shut down. Oh my God, he's flying top mid, make it 3. It doesn't matter. The man's unstoppable right now. I mean, you think you got to worry about Medic. We got to start worrying about Ritz.
Yeah, my man Ritz, he heard us talking up his captain and was like, okay, my turn to have a pretty solid play here. And eventually the London Royales are just able to close that point out very effectively. 3 ticks are gained from Minnesota, but it just doesn't end up being quite enough in this instance. But like, I want to point out just how phenomenal that was from London. Just for the entirety of that point B defense. You can give that up. It's fine. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. You did a really good job of delaying it for as long as you did, though. Particularly Medic with that first denial of the tick. Just playing really well from the top side of Minnesota's building. So, really good start for them.
Yeah, for sure. You have to hope here, obviously, that Minnesota's going to try and do the same to them. Like this map, as I said earlier, B is very tough to cap, of course, stating the obvious. But if you do win an offensive round where you manage to cap B, it feels like you almost guarantee yourself the map if you're a halfway decent defending team on this map. Cornholio hitting the pinch here. He's trying to play around their spawn, trying to stop. He knows somebody on London's there. He's going to shut him down, but they have someone from London's on top of their P2 plat above time as well. But sending one over to A is London. They're going to shut him down. Rykos is here. Rykos gets shut down as well. B-Ball trades him out, though, and they're still making a bunch of progress today. Trademarks currently 5 and 10. He's trying to heat up. He is clearing this tick that had somewhat of a little bit of a second progress, but he gets shut down as well by Ritz. It's just a trade fest around A, not too much action around B.
Ritz on 7, by the way, does eventually get shut down, but does get that 7 streak, so potentially massive there. And I believe that is a tick on A for London Royales. So they are going to be putting a little bit of pressure onto B here. Ritz been very dangerous this map, but it's not easy to pressure that point. You have to put yourself in so much danger, open yourself up to so many sight lines, and it just becomes so difficult after a certain point. And Medic doing such a good job of denying Minnesota the ability to pressure down A point. It kind of looks like they're going to be able to get that point down, but just a couple picks come out from one grenade out here, able to shut that notion down immediately.
Yeah, that was a huge nade from out here. I mean, he had the shots as well, but that nade was textbook. I mean, he found like 2 or 3 in the feed right there, and that shut down the entire London push. But I mean, Medic and Ritz, the 2 guys of the map here, flying around is in back of their spawn. Oh, wow. Tough shots there. Rykos shuts him down. Medic shutting down as well. Trademark 6 and 13. He's playing around this P2 area. He knows that London's on B. He's trying to take his time. He does have a sub. He knows they have to be under him because he's not getting an angle. 2 here from London. They shut him down. They're getting a lot of progress on B here. The trophy. Oh, the trophy takes him out. That's so tough. B-Ball, though, is here to clean it up. Yeah, this is very, very mixy. They did get all of that A progress, of course, as well. B is getting very close to being capped. It's being contested right now by Minnesota. Minnesota finds 2 in the feed, though. Trademarks is going to play around this cave area and just try to play it safe.
Nobody on the B site right now, but the moment they get it out there, B-Ball puts a little bit more pressure down, and they just have to be on there for just a little tiny bit longer. There is a contest on the point right now, so not progress being made as we speak, but out here eventually is the last man standing on the point. But keep in mind, Minnesota only has 6 lives remaining, so it could come down to that.
Wow.
I'll make it 4.
Make it 4. Yeah, make it 4 there. Minnesota's going to have to start playing very conservative and just try to play the keep away game for point. You have to think London here, like, you know what? Let's fly at point together and force them to come to us. We're either going to cap it or we're going to trade each other out. Great shots by Josh there. That's tough. He gets 1 shot, neither one finding the kill. Rykos is going to get good timing. Can't quite find Cornholio, and I think those trademarks there. Yeah, actually finds him. Out here is going to find one as well. It's now 4v4. There's only 30 seconds left. London has to start working toward this point, and I mean, Minnesota know it. They're going to play around this B and not give them anything. B-Ball gets shut down. Medic gets shut down. This is flipped on top of its head. 4v2. Rykos, he finds one. 3v2. 20 seconds left. Rykos trying to play his life. He's still very weak. He's pinned in here. Minnesota knows where he's at. 3. Oh, wow. That is phenomenal out of Minnesota.
Really, really, really well done out of Minnesota Floppr. But keep in mind, 5 ticks on the attacking round for London. So a huge advantage in case of that potential map 5, but oh, there's a beautiful replay of that grenade we were talking about earlier that denied the initial capture of point A from London. But in the end, they still ended up getting that one. So even though it is 1-1 right now, the tick difference is absolutely massive, and Minnesota needs this round to go super well for them if they want that big advantage to go into map 5. Mathematically, it's very difficult for them to get it at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they really just need to prioritize their ticks here. If they can stack A early and just guarantee it and give themselves even more time to work B, then obviously that's easier said than done, but that's ideally what could happen for him here. Because, I mean, as you said, for London to even get that much progress at B is unheard of on this map. And as we know, this often can go to 2-2 because it's such defender-sided heavy. A great nade from Ritz there to shut down out here off those steps. Give him a little bit of karma from his nade earlier. But yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see if we make it 2-2, just how much those ticks for London come into play.
Trademark's on a 5 spree right now. Make it 6 immediately after I say that. Really well done from him so far. Eventually does get shut down by Medic, but there is a trade there. Josh able to find that one out. And eventually, they do put pressure onto B first, which is very interesting, but they don't end up getting a tick out of it. So it is a little bit of a struggle for them as it stands here, but more picks are coming through on in very interesting areas of the map, so they are able to put a lot of pressure down on A. Finally able to get that first tick. 44 seconds left on the clock. Minnesota's looking pretty solid.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you'll see both teams are just playing in each other's spawns. I mean, they're not worried about giving up A, but they actually didn't even let it go for free. Trademarks finds a big 2 there, but all of his team is coming off spawn. You'll see the number 7 arrow of Ritz is getting behind all these Minnesota players, but he gets found out by Josh. Josh shuts him down. Trademarks is still trying to put pressure onto London as well and just keep him in this spawn trap, but Medic slipped through mid. He knows they're on A. He's going to get horrible timing and get shut down. That's a great play out of Minnesota playing those off angles, and that guarantees them the A point with 1.5 minutes left, and they have the life advantage.
Trademarks is on another 5 spree right now. Like this man cannot be stopped. He is a man on a mission as it stands. Eventually does get shut down by Medic, but this guy is absolutely putting up numbers right now. This performance is pretty phenomenal from him, but still, even despite that, very, very difficult to put pressure onto this B point without, like I said earlier, exposing yourself to a lot of angles from a lot of players. And Ritz is in such a phenomenal position for this right now. Just cannot be shut down.
Yeah, he's just worried about spawn trapping. He's just doing his job, trying not to let this come down to the lives. But I mean, they're down 16-10 in the lives department. He's going to miss this spawner. He thinks they're going to come through mid, and he misses Cornholio on some COD timing there. Cornholio gets his top zip control, looking to pick someone off B2, but he can't. Trademarks is just a phenomenal spawn trapper, by the way. He has been in London spawn nonstop. I mean, he's got to be responsible for majority of the reason why London has 9 lives left. We're probably going to see Trademarks hop on point. He's like, I guess somebody's got to do it. I might as well. But you'll see 3 of London in the cave area trying to hit through that way. They know he's on this point somewhere. His teammates are getting shut down as around him. He's inevitably going to get shut down as well by Ryko's. Out here gets a pick from deep with the GPR, I think. Yeah, that is the GPR, but he's going to get found as well. Maybe. Yeah, he does get found out. Ryko's in the spawn of Minnesota. This is getting scary. I mean, Minnesota will look like they had great map control there. It instantly got shut down, and now there's only 10 seconds left. 8v6. Cornholio finds one in the feed, tries to get on time and stop the point. He can't. Rykos is here, finds one. His teammates help from Medic as well from down in cave area. Only 3 seconds left. Minnesota's going to try to fly at time, and inevitably they will be shut down. And it's now 2-1, and we once again, of course, see the defending side win.
The other day, I was asking my buddy THZ about why protocol control isn't really being played at top level in Call of Duty League. And, you know what? I'm beginning to think I see why. This second floor power position just gives you so much free range over the map. If you can hold on to this, you have a sightline onto both points consistently, where you're just able to completely shut down anybody trying to attack it. Particularly that B site. It becomes so difficult for anybody to, like, even look at it. So, I think I understand now. I get why maybe Vault is slightly more popular than this, but I mean, like we saw earlier, the Royales were able to take 5 ticks on their attack in their first attempt, so we'll see if they're able to do something similar here.
Yeah, for sure. And Rykos is actually on a 5 streak. He just actually got like an opening flush blood with a nade there, I think. Out here, though, just playing this 8-point tight. He's about to get swarmed by red arrows. He can't find one first before he does get shut down. Cornholio on the pinch is going to shut down Ritz. He sees one long. I think that's Rykos. Yeah, Rykos does end up getting shut down as well by Cornholio. He's 24 and 23. It's quite a bit of engagements for the guy. He's on a 5 streak himself now. And he's got to be thinking about that streak potentially. Finds another, make it 6. Oh, great shots there. He's one shot. Nades are flying in. This man has been like 1 HP 3 times, and he ultimately gets shut down by B-Ball.
Takes a while for him to go down, but eventually go down he does. Now with Josh, once again in this power position that I referred to just a moment ago, 30 seconds. And the Royales are having trouble even approaching points right now. They are down by 4 lives, and it's make it 5, because once again, Josh, from this high ground position, does eventually get shut down by Medic, the man with a plan.
Yeah, Cornholio. Wow, great shots with the Jackal by Rykos to fry Cornholio off of that window heady. Trying to cap this point for his team, but out here backtracks and shuts down Rykos. B-Ball as well gets shut down. out here trying to play his life. Only 15 seconds left. He knows that these red arrows are going to have to fly toward the point. You'll see number 4 arrow of Trademarks is forcing them to spawn at the field, which is going to make them fly at B. And Cornholio is up top. He gets shut down by Ritz. Ritz, forgive me. Josh finds Ritz. Josh off the top rope. He gets slammed though by Rikos. Unfortunately, out here trades him. It's just a trade fest. 5 seconds. Can Ritz make it to time? He's going to stop the clock. Only 5 seconds left. His whole team's here with him. They could cap this if they get a few picks from mid, but he's extremely weak, tagged up. Trademarks on the pinch, looking to shut this down. He's ruining their day. Oh, maybe not. Rough shots there. Out here, though, is here to clean it up. Oh, a team kill comes in. Only 3 seconds left. They're not even going to make it to the point. And we're actually going... Yeah, I think, yeah, as our production just said there, ticks are tied. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on defense. And you have to think the defending side, I mean, the way it's going, it could win this one.
Absolutely, it could, but I mean, how crazy is it that that London goes from 5 ticks on their first attack to only 1 this time around? Minnesota doing a really good job of adapting on the fly here, putting up a stellar defense just now. And now, Minnesota Floppr is going to be defending because they got more kills over the course of this.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. It's going to be... you gotta like this for Minnesota in a way, right? Like they've been trying. Of course, anybody wanted defense, but they've really bounced back in this respawn. The first respawn, I feel like they really got outslayed. They still played the fundamentals really well, but they have the slaying power, and it's really started to click. And I feel like the S&D was just a confidence booster for them. You'll see a B push first for London, and it actually gets shut down right away. And that's 3 in the feed for Minnesota.
Yeah, absolutely it is. 8 for Trademarks, by the way. Just wanted to point that out real quick. Out here is in such a good spot to shut this down. 2 kills. Just nobody checking that spot right there. And Josh, once able to just shut down that completely the moment somebody tries to push it. So, I mean, phenomenal start for the Floppr here on their final defense here in round 5. It is a 7, make it 8, 9 life difference right now. It is not pretty for the Royales right now. Oh, they're being trapped. Oh, they're being trapped.
They're extremely trapped.
Cornholio and out here both like in their spawn right now. Eventually they do get taken down, so perhaps the Royales finally able to put a little bit more pressure towards these points, but the first tick doesn't even come through quite yet. Eventually, they do make progress at A, and they are also on the B site, so we could see something happen here. They do get a tick over at B as well, so that is crucial.
Yeah, you'll see, I think it was not out here, forgive me. It might have been Trademarks, or Josh was trying to clear all of the rest of that A tick. He almost got it all the way cleared. I mean, the lives department, though, there's a 10 gap difference. It's going to take a miracle for London. I mean, the kill feed is just all purple. Great shots there out of, I think it was B-Ball or Medic. It was Medic, but he ultimately gets found out as well. All of his team is coming off spawn, and they're extremely trapped. The purple arrows are all past the 50-yard line on the mini-map. I mean, London do find a few there, but Cornholio shut down 2 of their own. Make it 3 almost. Yeah, I mean, 21-9, 18 seconds left. It's possible, but it's not looking very likely.
We call it possible, but improbable.
Absolutely.
It's not looking great as it stands. The spawns come in, and Trademarks is feeling himself. He just goes in for it. That is some aggression if I've ever seen it. But eventually, this should be over.
The flank from out here. He's on this flank like 5 times, by the way, and it's worked every single time on the pinch. 10 seconds left. Medic might get the point. I mean, a team kill does come in to help his case, but there's only 2 lives left. Minnesota just posted up, waiting on Medic to chow, and they shut him down. And Minnesota is going to take map 3 and take a 2-1 lead in this series.
Yeah, they barely lose out in the first respawn and end up winning the second just out of sheer power of slaying and out-fragging. It was very, very well played from them throughout this.
Take it and actually just throw it out. Here we go.
Out the window. We're going to Hacienda instead. I've literally never even seen this map in my life, so I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's pretty. Look at this. Look at this gorgeous mansion.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. I mean, it was back in BO4. It was a great map in BO4 comp play as well. I think the community welcomes this with open arms over red card, at least majority of the community, of course. But it's going to be London getting some early time on this P1. Still 35 seconds left on this hill as they'll take like a 10-point lead. Trademarks playing ring around the rosy here. Ultimately is the loser of that game against B-Ball. Medic, though, doesn't mind just staying here soaking, but he gets found out by Out Here Bruh, and it's a 16-point lead as Minnesota trying to gain some of their own.
Black Ops 4 was a 5v5 year, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was right before I started watching, because that was
Okay,
the
nice.
2018 release. I started watching with MW19
Mhm.
because dang, okay.
Yeah, simpler
This is
times.
simpler times, more significantly crazier times. So either way, London starting off a little bit better on that first hard point, but not by a ton, in all honesty. That P1 definitely not easy to play around, and P2 definitely looks to be a little bit of the same, as Minnesota not able to hold on to it for very long.
Yeah, Trademark's being very annoying back here. Once again, I mean, this team just enjoys ringing around the rosy. Medic shuts them down. The two captains getting in a battle there. Medic comes out on top. That was a crucial win for Medic because you want those spawns back here at the way Medic just left from. Trying to hit it from this angle that Josh is extremely hard. And you'll see that's the only way Minnesota's trying to hit it right now. And they're solo challenging 1 by 1 and just being met with a firing squad of London. But actually, Trademark slips in. Cornholio finds one as well. They know they got this guy pinned. It might be a team nade, and it is, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. Trademark says, I got your trade. And wow, I mean, he shuts down all of them, including his teammate. Ritz is still trying to hit this from the back. Trademark's playing his life. He has none of his teammates' reinforcements around him. I mean, this guy is a one-man wrecking crew right now, by the way. He single-handedly brought that hill back himself. London and Minnesota, though, are both rotated. Going to be a big fight here. Rykos is the winner of that one. Cornholio is playing this outer fence area. He's going to have the number 6 arrow meet him soon of Rykos. Rykos is going to shut him down, and London are looking to gain some footing here.
Listen, man, sometimes you got to remind your teammate who's the boss, you know? Like, it's like, I respect you as a teammate, but sometimes you got to know your place. Team nade. Have it. Hold it.
Absolutely.
And just like that, London able to break onto the point here despite Minnesota holding on pretty early on. Ritz getting a couple of really nice eliminations here, but this corner of the map, not super easy to hold, and eventually they do continue to hold on to it. Medic with 2, though.
3.
Make it 3. Oh man, they're able to hold the last 15 seconds entirely because of this multi-kill here. Make it a 5 spree. My man is getting clips for Twitter.
Absolutely. I mean, they kind of look lost there hitting through bottom mid, and Medic just read it. He just pinched them and found every single one of them. None of the arrows even turned. He's going to get behind them again. Oh, he does get shut down by Josh before he can fly at this hill and make him even more mad. We'll see if Minnesota, though, can find their bearings here. They've got a really good setup on this hill. This is going to be one of the money hills on this map because it's very tight. You play it very close together, and you'll see they actually do find 3 in the feed. The number 5 arrow of Medic is still alive. He's going to have a pinch here. He actually finds one with Cornholio. His team hits from the other side as well, and Rykos is there to help him. This is a textbook break out of London. They're in the hill. Another big win. Josh finds 1. Can he find 2? He cannot. He gets shut down by B-Ball. And still, I mean, it's just absolutely mixy. Trade after trade. Cornholio's turn now. Next up is Trademark. Trademark's find 1. He gets shut down by Rykos. Medic is there to help. And I mean, no team is getting any time on this one. It's been nothing but a massive exclamation mark in the center of the screen, screaming contested the entire time.
And that's just how it goes sometimes, you know? When it's a point in the middle of the map like this, you run towards it, you contest, you die. Maybe you get a couple kills, but yeah, very few points gained on that hill. Neither team at 100 after the first set of rotations here. London definitely closer to getting it, but Cornholio doesn't want to let that happen immediately. Medic, though, with this SMG, finding a couple eliminations here, able to shut down the progress. And now it's just a difference of 7 points here. Nobody wants to jump onto this point. And eventually Medic does, just to pressure it out. Gets shut down immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately, Medic did take that jump for his team, but he was the one on the streak as well. I get the selfless play there, and I respect it, you know, but he was the one with the streak, and he kind of threw that one away, but you respect the selflessness. I mean, 95 to 86 now. London do have some control. They're just constantly trying to hit this from bottom mid of both sides. London, though, they're benefiting from this P1, to be honest. I mean, we've already seen more time gained here than on the Rock Hill, I mean, of like P4, because that one was absolutely mixy out here, trying to take a pinch route. And he gets found out with the nade, and he gets shut down by Ritz. That's really smart awareness to pick that up, but Cornholio finds him. The trade comes in. You'll see all of Minnesota now do get the spawns for this, but London currently have a setup established in hill, and they're trying to pinch the back out and get these spawns. The number 7 arrow of Ritz is taking a route, but Rykos hops into hill. A team kill comes in again, but Minnesota still have these spawns. London tried to take a route, but it didn't matter. But they still somehow have control. London gets a spawn out now, and they're trying to pinch it from the side. Trademarks is here. I mean, this man's lighting up the kill feed. It's nonstop purple from him and Medic. as well on the other side of London. And wow, what a kill. He gets shut down. 3 in the feed for Minnesota. Trademarks playing around this steps area. London's running all the way out now. He flies out to rock. Great shots out of both players. Both have a jackal in hand, so they can't quite finish that one. And you'll see, I think it's Medic out there in the water trying to take a route.
He's taking a swim right now. Just a leisurely swim.
Yeah,
Michael Phelps out here.
Up.
Oh, he's got an angle, and he does find the kill, so he's going to get a little bit of scrap time, maintaining a slight lead for London here. And the first player to get there is Rykos from London. But is he going to be able to hold on to it? Absolutely the hell not, he is not. Eventually goes down. Minnesota able to hold on a little bit longer.
Yeah, Minnesota really rotating way better this map than Skyline. Like, I know Skyline's a lot smaller, and rotating on these bigger maps, of course, matter a ton more because you get there way earlier, naturally, if you're rotating well, and you can actually establish a hold. But, I mean, I kind of jinxed them, I think, because Rykos flies in and finds one with the Jackal, sends some shots down range, but he gets tagged up and he backs up. 30 seconds left on this one, and London got it out to a 10-point lead here. Josh trying to find a pick. He's going to get found out by Rykos. He gets shut down, and it's going to be Mixie for this last 20 seconds.
And this has been a really, really good hill for London. I mean, they've taken a lot of the early engagements in these fights. They've been able to find these picks, and now they've gotten themselves one of the most significant leads of the map so far. Although, as I say that, Minnesota does retake, get a little bit of scrap time near the end of the hill. And now there's a couple players up towards P4. And eventually, it does look like London's going to be able to walk away with an early advantage on this point here, but it's not going to be easy. B-Ball, how do you not get that one, my friend?
Yeah, that was unfortunate for B-Ball. He had to pull the pistol out because he was low on ammo, and the pistol could be rough up close in a subs world, of course. Trademarks flies in, gets 2, make it 3. Oh my goodness, if he gets one more, I might lose my mind. He gets shut down by B-Ball, but the trade's in for Josh. And you have all of London trying to hit from this Ferrari area. But Josh, on this heady, trying to send some shots down range with the aims. Cornholio's here to help him out. Medic flies in, finds one. Trademark shuts him down. And it's just going to be another trade fest here, Getster.
Yeah, it's back and forth right now, but I would like to point out, this is a battle of the captains right now. Look at Medic and Trademarks just fragging out for their squads right now. 29 and 28 kills, topping their teams, and just putting on a phenomenal show. Barely any points gained for either team on that P4 once again, and now we're back to P1. I'm starting to get deja vu here, T.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, London, they actually have been the ones that benefited from this P1 every time. And actually at least come away with like 15 to 20 seconds on it. But you have to wonder how they're going to play it this time. Looks like they're trying to just play for this top control. And I mean, Medic's flying around, sliding, pre-aim, and yeah, I mean, he could do no wrong right now. As you mentioned, he's 30 and 18 as we speak, 46 seconds on time. They know they're spawning over at this rock area. That's great awareness out of London. But the number 3 arrow of out here is taking a route. He's trying to pinch bottom. He might be able to clean up 1 or 2 London players off of time. Actually, he was top, forgive me. Cornholio finds 2. Medic sends some shots. He gets tagged, but the comms are lacking there. Medic actually finds Trademarks in the back, and that's huge because this is a big battle for the P2 spawns. And I mean, London now has a 23-point lead, and as we said before, they've been the ones to benefit from this P1, and that's 3 in the feed for London now, and it's not looking good as London actually has control of the next hill.
They're looking really solid here. They have the positioning. Rykos able to back off away from this one. Okay with maybe giving up a little bit of scrap time, but doesn't even end up happening. Royales do eventually hit 200 points, and it is now the final stretch for them. Less than 50 points between them and a map 5. Unfortunately, that will be an SND, so Minnesota might feel pretty comfortable going into that one. But Minnesota don't want to let it get to that point. They are going to attempt to break here, and they're going to get a couple kills, but it's not going to be enough. Everybody coming through the same room, pushing into this one, and eventually they do get the break. They are onto the point, but there is still a contest. Everybody's gone down, but Medic not able to get the full team wipe. Eventually, Cornholia does get shut down, but that was a really solid break that prevents London from winning on this hard point.
Yeah, for sure. As you said, it was extremely needed. I mean, this one hasn't got out of hand here, but like Minnesota is going to get all this scrap, but all of London are spawning beside of New, and you'll see Minnesota's trying to funnel through bottom mid again. We'll see number 6 is going to be a big player here. He's trying to cut some, and that's Rykos. He's going to potentially have a pinch here if he wants it. He knows this guy's top window. He must have some audio on him, some comms. Maybe he didn't quite hear him. I don't know, though. But Minnesota's getting good timing. They find 2 in the feed. Rykos finds 1. They're hitting through top plat. Minnesota's actually taking the proper routes, sorry, forgive me, the proper routes to flip spawns as well, and they're now spawning close.
realistically, this should be it. The moment Trademarks goes down, it should just be Raps, but Trademarks maybe just doesn't go down here, I guess. Ritz goes down to an unfortunate team nade, and Cornholio manages to maintain control of this power position, so if they're able to hold on for just a couple more seconds here, then they are able to make sure that, again, London can't win on this hill, even if they retake it here. But we are about to go to P4. In both rotations so far, we've seen P4 not give either team very many points. So very likely that we go back to P1 to end this game.
Yeah, a massive 1v1 right here. Trademarked this great time on a medic. Oh my goodness, medic turns and burns. Somehow he got the kill there. I mean, I don't even know how the guy had an angle, but he got it nonetheless. Big play here from out here trying to pinch, and he gets shut down. This is going to be extremely mixy, but as you said, there's only 10 seconds left. That could be all they need in this time, and you'll see Ryko's trying to predict which way they're going to come, but they're hitting through mid door. There's a pinch from top mid from Ritz. He finds one. He might find two. He finds two. Oh my goodness, I don't know how he don't get shut down. Can he find three? He cannot. Trademarks is there with the pistol to clean him up.
Trademarks does not want to lose this map. He's got 41 kills right now. Absolutely lighting everyone on the side of London up. Trophy systems go down onto the point. Not going to be easy. A team nade comes through. Two players go down to a team nade, but it doesn't matter. Players still fall on both sides in London. Probably able to seal the deal with that one. Unless somebody's able to contest at the last moment. Literally 249 points.
Ring around the rosy. Josh finds him. One more. Can't quite find him. Ritz is in time. Another 1v1. Ritz wins it. That might do it. Oh my gosh, the time still stopped. What is happening? We're going to go to P1. London's there early. They're trying to fly out time. They're contesting. They find him. Medic finds two. Oh my gosh, Josh finds one. And they're still going.
It's still going. It's been on 249 for it seems like 20 minutes. But it continues to go forward. Nobody on the point right now. And that should be it. At long last, the London Royales are able to close out the Hacienda hardpoint after 4 rotations. Minnesota almost bringing it all the way back. What a phenomenal map from both teams. But we are going to be going to a map 5. Once again, going to search and destroy here. And Minnesota, they played that really close. But again, we saw what happened on the last search.
Yeah, you can't map 5 skyline, search and destroy between London and Minnesota. It's 2-2. Trademarks finds Opal in first blood. I mean, we've said the man's name a ton. Might as well say it here in map 5. He finds an opening 2 onto London. They are now in a 4v2 with bomb planted. And that round's over. I mean, Cornholio just found 2. And it's now 1-0 Minnesota.
Yeah, my man Cornholio, he was just like, I'm going to stay in spawn, and we're going to see what happens. Look at this man. Look at this positioning. He's got the aims, and he's got the aim. Like, he just gets 2 kills to close out the round. 0 kills for London.
Phenomenal shots. I mean, that's a confidence booster right there. And they might have lost the last map again, but we saw them bounce back in search after losing hardpoint.
Yeah, we saw it. It was pretty brutal last time. London really didn't put up a fight in the slightest on, I forgot the name of the map already, damn it. But, rewind, that's it, thank you! But, so far, a significantly slower round this time around. Ryko's finally finding first blood after, like, 30 seconds of the round have already passed, but these positions are so scary. Minnesota able to just get that pinch. 2 players go down, but with a player like Medic still in the mix, it could still be anybody's round.
Wow.
B-ball down here. Medic in a 1 versus 3. The bomb is down. So they do have that to work with, but Josh able to trade that one out. And it kind of feels like on a map like this, it's so much smaller. So it feels like 1vx's are so much more difficult to pull off.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, especially if a team is playing together when they have their lives advantage, you can get traded so easy. I mean, and it's for it to be so small, it's surprisingly open, right? I mean, because you can be P1 and see all the way through to the other side of kitchen, as you see from this angle here. You can see from bottom steps all the way here to kitchen as well. Like, there's lots of long lines of sight for such a small map. That's why you do see the subs typically play around the kitchen area, because that just benefits them well, obviously. But right now, props to Minnesota. They're playing the fundamentals extremely well. And I guess that just goes back to their S&D roots. I mean, they're playing very fundamental, and it's working.
Another long sight line here. Josh not quite able to find that elimination to open it up, but This time around, it's going to be, once again, super early picks going back and forth. And
Wow.
London, they win! They win a round of S&D! They've done it!
That's the first one of the series in, what is that, total 9 rounds now? Yeah, so props to them. They've got the monkey off their back. It is time. They're here. They're awake. Medic finds 2. They lined up for him there on the pinch as he hit P1, and he just found everything he needed.
I mean, this rifle from Medic has just been on point all series long, and I mean, what better time to come awake than the final map of the series? Obviously, you go kind of nuclear on that last hard point.
Yeah.
Go nuclear on both hard points, really. And now to finally win your opening round here of S&D and get an opening pick here in the next round. Another one onto Josh. Trademarks and out here in a 2v4. The bomb is going down. And Trademarks definitely in danger of going down very shortly here.
Yeah, out here. He's trying to fly over here to top plat. I think he got spotted. He might get
Just more
timing, though.
people.
Ritz, or sorry, forgive me. Yeah, that is Ritz. Forgive me. Yeah,
Oh, that is.
he picks up, he ends up shutting him down. Medic's playing this bottom gym area. They do have bomb down. Trademarks bust glass. That's unfortunate for him. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought he was gonna pull that off. And yeah,
Nope.
yeah, he gets shut down. London win another one. Back-to-back rounds for them. Congrats. It's now 2-2.
Holy. Now it does kind of feel like the moment the bomb goes down, it becomes significantly more difficult to retake when, like, I mean, even I talked about how 1vx seems significantly more difficult, but even when you're like down one man, like if it's 2v3 or a 3v4, retaking that bomb site has proven to be extremely difficult here for the team that initially plays the defense. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if any adaptations happen here or if Skyline will just continue to Skyline.
Yeah, I'm interested to see here. They're actually going to make a B play. That's something you don't see very often on this map at all. And London's a 2-2 split. Number 6 gets horrific timing. Wow, he almost gets found out here. He's going to get flew at. Trades are in, though. Doesn't matter. Trademarks here with them. They're going to want to get bombed down quickly if they can, but they know the pressure is looming. You have arrows of all teams circling everywhere. Number 1 of Josh is still deep in the spawn, trying to play for any type of pinch, but he don't know. There's no pinch to be had. All the London arrows are around sight. Rykos is quickly left with just B-Ball last alive. They do find one. They now have sight control. Out here, tagged up, trying to play his life. He gets horrific timing. He could have found him there. Now a still 2v3. Out here still has bomb. He's going to try to get it down on A, but his teammates are on the other side of the map.
No!
Doesn't matter. Josh finds one. He is getting bombed down as we speak. B-Ball left in a 1v3 plus bomb down. This is going to be very tough to pull off.
I like how they went for a play on B, but they ended up planning on A anyway. Yeah. Like, that's just how this map plays out sometimes, you know? Like, obviously, the Floppr end up winning that round as well, finally clapping back after 2 straight from London. Both teams playing phenomenally well right now to round out this series. And it just feels like an inevitability at this point, right? Those are good shots, too, from Josh to find that pick.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is a tight one. I mean, obviously going 10 times better than the rewind did so far. It wasn't hard to top, of course, but nonetheless, yeah, 3-2 favor of Minnesota. We're going to see, so far, I think offense has been winning majority of these rounds aside from one, which getting bombed down on A is so easy. I mean, we're going to see London fly at it, but Josh is going to be here to put shots on the B ball. Big 1v1, he wins, and he rips him. Felt like he died so fast right there. It doesn't matter. Rykos trades him out as Trademarks finds one onto Ritz as well. It's now quickly a 3v2. London does have bomb. Medic is deep in his own spawn. Number 6 is on an island here of Rykos. Can he get the timing? He does find one, makes it a 2v2. He knows another one has to be near. Like I said, he's on an island, though, so he gets shut down. 1 versus 2 now for Medic. He does have control of bomb, so he could maybe work a plant. But both of these arrows of Minnesota, we've seen it in Rewind, they're just playing each site. Number 3 has all of A. Number 4 just was inside of B. And Medic's going to have to try and creak this door open and sneak in here. But he's going to get great timing. He saw him back there. But he's going to get bombed down anyway. This is very smart. He has to know both teammates of Minnesota are in their spawn. He gets bombed down, pre-aims that back door. We saw someone initially. Here comes Trademarks flying in. Now, I mean, they just bait and switch each other perfectly. And that was just textbook for Minnesota once again. We now have a defensive win finally come through.
Yeah, the 2v1 retake is phenomenally well played from Minnesota there. Both of them know to just go upstairs in 2 different spots, and the amount of area where Medic can safely play just shrinks significantly the moment that both of those sightlines are covered. So Minnesota Floppr now taking a pretty significant advantage here in our final map of the series, 4-2. 2 rounds away from taking their first win here in the CRL. sending London Royale home 0-4, which, you know, after watching this series, I cannot believe this team is 0-3 right now.
Yeah, for real. I mean, either team really. I mean, I feel like both teams have been very respectable. I mean, Minnesota has lived up to their name of flopping in the hard point so far, but other than that, most of the other modes, I mean, the hard points were very competitive nonetheless. So like, I wouldn't call it a total flop. Forgive me, Minnesota, but either way, they still lost them. You feel like London kind of relies on those respawns. But yeah, I mean, we have here another 2v3. I feel like we've said that a bunch, and it's in favor of Minnesota once again. They play extremely well together. I mean, the two that's alive on London, they're extremely far apart. Medic got info, but I mean, wow, he actually finds one and trademarked great shots. I don't think he's expecting this other guy on Cat, and he isn't. And Josh is going to shut him down quickly. A 1v2 for Ritz. He has great positioning to lock down this A bomb, but I mean, look at the minimap. It's a standstill. Everybody's doing the mannequin challenge. I thought we left that back in the past. Ritz now it's bottom gym. He's 1-5 currently.
Surely the point goes down on B.
Yeah, you have to think they're planting at any time now. Oh no.
Oh,
it's great timing onto Josh. Out here's going to fly at him, but he busted glass. You have to wonder if Ritz heard that.
Played the bomb.
The timing. He's flying on his head. The timing for Ritz is so unfortunate. Oh my gosh, he gets away with his life. He's trying to run away. He got away. 10 seconds. Out here's flying at him. He knows he has to find the kill. He's got time to plant. Oh my goodness, he's going to get it down. Ritz is not expecting this. He's not expecting this at all.
Ritz just doesn't expect the plant to go down on the B site here. I wish that had gone down way earlier, but it ends up not mattering all that much, and the Floppr end up clutching. The 1v1 felt like it dragged out for the entire duration of the rest of the rounds that have happened already, but like, it's unreal. Out here eventually gets the bomb down with like 2 seconds left on the timer, and then proceeds to win the aggressive 1v1 to just put them on match and series point.
Yeah, I mean, what better gunfight to come out of such an awkward round? It was like such an awkward gunfight to end that one for such an awkward round. That was crazy. But yeah, like as you mentioned, match point here for Minnesota, and they're on defense. They're going to go over and lock down this A side. The bomb is just staying in spawn for London. B-ball, you'll see he's just chilling in the back, and his first blood for Cornholio. Make it 2. Wow, that's a massive 2. Just flowing with confidence right now. 2 versus 4 for London. You can tell they're just on an island right now. He's getting pinched as well. He gets shut down. Ritz weak. He does find one, trying to make this respectable. 1v3, bust glass. He's one shot. They know he's top kitchen steps. The purple arrows are hawking to him, but they just can't quite find him.
They are hauling ass towards him, and eventually they will find the final elimination of the game. The Minnesota Floppr, after losing both hard points, it just does not matter. Winning control the way they did in such a close fashion ended up being all the difference for them. London just unable to